Thursday Night Football with the Rumboyz starts now.
What's going on? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. This is Thursday Night Football here on our YouTube channel, and we're also streaming on our Twitch. Make sure that you guys like, drop a comment in the live chat, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got a game to break down. 1 second, let me grab my remote. In my remote. Let's go. We're about to get right into this. The Indianapolis Colts of Indianapolis will be taking on the Denver Broncos. Fucking gonna be this game. I'm gonna be completely honest. So something I found very, very, very interesting in my research tonight. The Colts have not had a game over 42 points this whole damn season. In 4 games, they have not had a game over 42.5 points. Okay? So I did something, all right? I did something a little bit different. Just in case this one gets a little fluky, it gets a little wonky. I took the alternate spread at 46.5, okay? Just in case both these teams choose to go over. I think the Broncos have only had like one game, which was against the Raiders, that they have more than 40 points. Okay, so this should be interessante. Okay, this should be very, 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 very interesting tonight. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly. Cheer. And I love it in my Jeezy voice. Hang on, let me turn on the Prime. You know, we got to turn on the Prime because games be on fucking multiple networks. All right. Let's take a look at the chat. Mike was back last night. Mike was on the stream last night. But yes, Mike will be here for game time. I'm gonna knock out all the important stuff for you guys right now. Let's ride, says Winky Weeds. I'm assuming that he's taking the Broncos money line with that comment. What up, Extreme Kane? What's good? DraftKings. We be playing on that DraftKings. Saying I'm actually going to get into my DFS lineups after I plug in my phone. I'm going to get into my DFS lineup for later in the show tonight. We may build one here live, do a live hand build. But I have a hand build that I did earlier. This game, like, I guess you can probably you might be able to get away with putting both defenses into a lineup just because it's not going to be high scoring. Turnovers are possibly going to happen. There's no Jonathan Taylor tonight. There's no Jonathan Taylor. I repeat, there's no Jonathan Taylor. Okay. The Broncos did sign Latavius Murray earlier in the week. He's not going to be the guy to go. So maybe putting Boone in at captain in a showdown wouldn't be a bad idea. It's not a bad idea because I did it. I put Boone in a showdown lineup along with Russell Wilson, along with Cortland Sutton. The money line tonight, you got the Broncos favored at a -170. I'm gonna get to this comment here on the screen in a second. We're not playing the money line. We're going to take the spread, and we took the spread at a +6.5. Okay. And like I said, we play the over/under. I don't trust the money line tonight. Either of these teams could win off of some crazy fucking fluke. like I said, I don't expect this to be high scoring because neither of these offenses are super high octane like that. Like, we're going to keep it true. Yeah, we're taking this one to be under 46.5. Right now, I believe it's set at like 40 or 42.5, something like that. And that's fine if you want to take that, and if you want to tote that line. That over under is just low enough at 42.5 to where the over could hit. And I don't want to risk that. I don't want to risk that. So I feel like 46.5 on the alternates on the alternate over under underneath game lines. I think that's the best option. I feel like that in my research I found that was the most favorable. Guys, we can't keep going out here placing SGPs and fucking losing by one leg. It is killing us. It is kicking us in the damn teeth over and over and over and over again. We've 2 nights in a row, two broadcasts back to back in a row where we're calling play-by-play on primetime games, and we're fucking losing primetime games by one leg. It can't happen. We can't deal with that. We end up losing the Bucks money line. And then what was it? We ended up losing the Dallas on the over by 1 point. So no, we can't have that. Someone sent me a trade in my 22 man. I have Jeff Wilson. He wants to do JWJ for AJ Dillon. Should I do it? I would do that. I would do that. I would just make sure, you want to go back at before hitting the accept button. Just do some due diligence. Make sure that's a decision that you're really going to make. Elijah Mitchell will probably be coming back soon. And that'll adversely affect JWJ. I'd be willing to run that trade. And Dillon the Packers are becoming a run first team. And they're allowing that to then open up the passing game. So with that being said and stated, I mean, it's a great trade all around. I say smash accept. Also, I got sent another trade. I received Devontae Adams and Cam Akers. He received Swift and Judy. Do I accept? That's a tough one. I mean, they are starting to use Akers a little bit more. It appears that he's going to be the lead back, at least for like the first half of the game. So, I mean, you're getting two quarters of football out of him. Devontae Adams, the Raiders got to get it together. And they got their first win out the way against Denver last week. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come and them beginning to click. Swift obviously has like the injury bug. He doesn't give you a full fucking 18 games. I don't feel like I would do it just because of the running back side, just because of what you're getting the running back. The running backs cancel out the receivers. Obviously, Adams is a better receiver than Judy and is going to give you more points. I feel like the running backs here in this one, Swift is definitely a better running back, but deals with the injuries. And Cam Akers isn't going to give you as many fucking points as DeAndre Swift, and that's just a disturbing thought within itself. Don't know how. Happy Thursday night football, mateys. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the run boys and girls. What it do? Dilly. Yes, I fucking love the donos. Fuck, donos give me life, dude. That is correct. Hines is going to be the guy tonight in that backfield, and we do have him running tonight. No Pittman tonight. I'm tripping right now. Nah, bro, you good. What up, Weeds? So yeah, I mean this game, yeah, I fucking hate that JT is out. It definitely hurts me in Scott Fishbowl, in SFB, but we're gonna power through. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna make it. It's a tough road to navigate this week. Super tough road. Robbie, you think I should try to trade for Aaron Jones? Might have to give up someone like Diggs, but I do have Hopkins soon too. or is Diggs worth more? So CMC. Diggs is untradeable in my opinion. Okay. Me personally, like if you have a winning team and you're on the right side of 500 right now, like if you're above 500 at this as we're conversing right now, or even if you are 500 and you have Stephon Diggs, I feel like Diggs is untradeable. I feel like Diggs is only tradable if you're completely just you haven't had a single win. Like if you're completely fucking winless, um, then yeah, you should probably consider maybe trading a guy like Stephon Diggs and see if you get a couple of pieces that balance out your roster and make you a contender. Um, maybe you could deal a big blow to whoever feels like they are contending at right now at the given moment. Um, I feel like Diggs is super untradeable. I feel like Diggs is super untradeable. Um, and just hoping that Hopkins comes back and he gets all the one targets. I mean, with the way that Murray and Brown are clicking up right now, I could see Hopkins very well demanding most of the coverage against secondaries, but Hollywood still being the recipient and still maintaining his efficiency. So that's what worries me there with Hopkins. I'm not a fan of CMC this year. I'm all for trading CMC. Get the fucker off your roster. Do I pick up Mo Alley Cox for Matt Hollins or Zach Moss? Two flex leagues, so it might be a good option. Two flex league. I don't really like flexing two tight ends all that often. I'm not a fan of that. Very rarely does that work. I think last time, like I really had that pay out for me. Had like, I think I had like something crazy. It was like a crazy tight end stack. I think I had like fucking Gronk, and I had like the Lady Walker, like years ago. Um, I'm usually not a fan of going with two tight end spreads because you're already having to start one. Um, and it's not like those guys are out there scoring most of the points. Mo Alley Cox, I mean, he has these weeks where he wows us and then he fucking goes back right off to falling off of a cliff. So I probably wouldn't do that. Would I trade Justin Jefferson for Diggs? I could see myself trading Justin Jefferson for Diggs straight up. I could see myself doing that. I could see myself doing Jamar Chase and for Diggs straight up, or Tyreek Hill for Diggs straight up. Like those guys that are in that god tier of wide receiver, I could see that. You're 3-1. I don't see. I feel like Diggs is so untradeable. I'm starting DK or Lockett with Pittman out. Start DK. Start DK. Like DK is clearly Gino's favorite target right now. I got Mark Andrews as my only tight end in this league. 5 spots on the bench. Then go for like a more premium tight end, like a better tight end. Mo Alley Cox is a guy that you stream when your tight end's like out on bye weeks. Like I was also thinking of maybe buying low on Kittle. If you could, I mean the gang is back together. He only had like 2-3 targets the other night. It was pretty slow pace for him. So I mean, you could possibly pull that off. It's quickly becoming Devo's offense. I mean, what used to be Kittle's offense, that is becoming Devo Samuel's offense. That is Devo Samuel's offense. 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex. Yeah, it's still probably not doing that. Like if that's the case, I mean, stream Mo Alley Cox. Um, stream Mo Alley Cox like when bye weeks start coming around. Like he'll likely be there. Or either just pick up a guy for bye weeks. Um, you're really only getting Mo Alley Cox if something were to happen to Mark Andrews. I guess you could drop Zach Moss. If anything, you would do Zach Moss you would drop Zach Moss for Mo Alley Cox in that situation. I could see myself dropping Moss before Hollins. No, not for Diggs. I meant, would you trade JJ before you traded Diggs? My bad. No, I feel like those guys, like Justin Jefferson had to be on like a very big decline. You know, like he would have to be clogging up my roster and not giving me any type of ROI for the capital that I drafted him at. So with that being said and being stated, no. No. Like the deal would have to be like super fucking sweet. Like you're either giving me a 1 for a 1, like you're either giving me an alpha for an alpha, God's here for God's here, or either you're giving me a couple of really good pieces that can equate to that one or be above average to that one. Let's ride. I'm fucking loving this shit. How about Jamal Agnew? What do you feel about Jamal Agnew's a gadget player? You're gonna get more bust weeks than boom weeks. But yeah, going back to the JJ cover, like just super tough to let go of guys like that. It's the only way I'm letting go of JJ is in the case of what have you done for me lately? And it would have to be like, yo, you've given me like 3 or 4 like shit weeks in a row. It'd have to be like 3 shit weeks in a row for me to get rid of JJ. You know, for me to get rid of any of those elites, like it would have to take the apocalypse to happen, pretty much. I've got Melvin Gordon anytime score, Russ over 230. I got him 225 or over 224. Russ over 230 and Matt Ryan over 0.5 interceptions. I didn't take the interception prop. My best friend Angel, I just got off the phone with him before getting on the live stream. He took Melvin Gordon for a fumble. So it sounds like a lot of people are placing money on turnovers. It seems like turnovers are a trending bet in this game, which I don't blame at all. Which is why, like, if you look and you're scrolling through the sports books, you're not getting crazy high odds and stats. You know what I mean? For these passing props. Like what? I think Matt Ryan's 194 is his minimum, and like we're taking him. Yeah, I think or like 169, I think is Matt Ryan's like min, and we're taking it. We're buying in at like 194. I'll double check here in a second because we're gonna go over that. Russell Wilson doing that every time. Also, I got Melvin over 57. Judy to score, Broncos money line. I said earlier, I don't know if you were here, Matt. I don't think you were, to be honest, brother. And I'll probably mention a couple of different times throughout the stream. I'm just not fucking with the money line tonight. I could see this game going either way. I could see it being decided like a field goal or some weird shit. Neither of these teams have. I think the Broncos. Yeah, the Broncos are the only team to put up more than, or are the only team to cross the 42-point threshold. Both these teams not very high scoring. The Colts haven't had a single game this season that totaled over, between both teams, that totaled over 42. And I found that out in my research today. So I mean, it's just all bad. It's like it's a formula for like a lot of unders to hit, you know. So like my recommendation, I was talking to Berto about this before the live stream. I was giving him a text. You guys have seen him in the chat. Me and him, we were texting back and forth, and we both agreed it's probably best to play conservative tonight. Paris Campbell time. Oh God, I agree. I don't even want to trade JJ. He's just so goddamn sick. Exactly. Is Swift gonna play this week? To be determined. To be determined. To be determined. Yeah, I like the under tonight. We went ahead and we took it at 46.5. We went to that alternate. So I believe that'll work for us. When I get into the parlay card here in a minute, that'll kind of explain what I'm saying by us playing conservative tonight. In my 12-man league, I got Tua. What's a good streamer option? Options are Mariota, Dalton, Brissett, Jones, Zapay, Rush, Mills, Fields, Pickett, Mayfield, Jimmy G. Jimmy G would be a good option. Jimmy G is always going to be a good option. Brissett's been doing well. Mills is always a good option. Rush is is doing his thing. Definitely not Fields. Dalton, I'm iffy on. Probably not Dalton. Probably not. Ew. Mariota, ill. Justin Fields, ill. Kenny Pickett, still to be determined. Jury's still out. I don't want to advise you on that. And he goes out there and he does rookie shit. Like, that would be pretty fucked up of me. That'd be so messed up if I did that to you. Rel, what's good? Raise hell. Yeah, it's definitely a toss up. The Broncos are favored. The Colts are such frauds. The win against the Chiefs was the most flukiest fraud shit. I think the Broncos squeeze it out. And it's not due to Nathaniel Hackett's coaching whatsoever. It's more about Russ and the players on field. Let's go ahead. Let's review. Some SGPs. Let's get into our parlays. I feel like it's super important I get this to you guys. About 20 minutes will kick off. Yeah, let's get you guys some SGPs. It is taking a minute. Alrighty, so our bets for the night, we have no touchdowns, no points scored on the opening drive. Okay. So that's one that we took. It was like a minus 255. I suggest just placing a unit. And then Carter, what's good, bro? You need a Mike Boone TD. I feel that. I feel that. So right now I got Chubb, JWJ Dobbins, Dylan Pierce, Monty at my running backs, and wide receivers. I got Cup, Keenan Allen, A-Rob, Dobbs, McKenzie, and Josh Reynolds. What changes do I need to make at QB? I got Jimmy G and tight end Schultz. If Jimmy G is going to be filling in for Tua, you're good. You're good. PPR Hines, Dylan, JWJ, Mostert. JWJ it's between JWJ and Dylan for me, and I probably would go Dylan in this scenario, even though I'm a huge JWJ fan, and JWJ is getting his and tends to get his. The Packers are doing something nice with that running game. All right, SGP time. All right, so 6-pick parlay boosted by 40%. All right. So I've already mentioned the under at 46.5, and I've already mentioned the plus 6.5 that we're taking on the spread. Okay. So we're hoping that the Colts can cover that. All right. We're hoping that the Colts can cover. Melvin Gordon, anytime touchdown. Cortland Sutton, over 59.5 receiving yards. Matt Ryan, over 194.5 passing yards. Russell Wilson, over 224.5 passing yards. Okay. That's what we're hoping for. Aiden, you're saying that you need the over. I'm assuming you need that over at that 42.5. Neither of these teams, the Broncos, when the Broncos faced the Raiders, that was the only time that either of these teams put up a game that was over 42 points. So that's going to be a tough bet for you. That's going to be a tough tough bet for you. For DFS tonight, I put Boone in at captain, so I do kind of need a Boone TD. We got Boone, Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton. I'll hop back on when I'm done at work. Let's make that money. Hell yes, hell yes. Let me go to the DFS. All right, so for DFS, like I mentioned, Boone, Russell Wilson, Sutton, okay? Melvin Gordon, Naeem Hines, and Broncos defense, all right? So that kind of plays into some of the narratives, all right, that we were talking about. You know, guys in the chat needing a Mike Boone touchdown. We slide him in at captain. That's also Contrarian play at captain, so that gives us some cost savings. Melvin Gordon, it being pretty much his backfield, so he's going to have to be the lead guy. So it's obvious that we put him in. Someone mentioned that they're betting for a Matt Ryan interception. That's why we slide in that Broncos defense, and we also are anticipating this game to be low scoring for the most part. So that kind of fits that narrative as well. It's Naeem Hines backfield. Nothing else to say about sliding in Naeem Hines. Cortland Sutton, we need him for 60 yards tonight. If he can make that 60 yards plus a touchdown, I am completely and totally with the shit. What, you're looking at Colts plus 145 on the money line? Yeah, fuck shit. That's tough. That's super tough. So yeah, those are some bets that I'm running. If you guys want to take a look at some other ones, here, give me 1 second. Pull them up for you guys. Melvin Gordon anytime TD, Broncos money line, Russell Wilson to pass for a touchdown. Broncos total points over 13.5. Colts total points over 10.5. Okay, and that comes from my good friend Berto, that I follow on Twitter, and that does the DFS pools that we do, the $2 DFS pools for degenerates. And then we have another one. Okay, so and then he put another one that was Russell Wilson, Russell Wilson rushing yards. Russell Wilson for 12 rushing yards. So like if you want to add that to that parlay, he took the same parlay that I did, but then added a seventh leg to it, which was the Russell Wilson 12 plus rushing yards. So if you want to do that, you can. But yeah, that's pretty much all of our betting for tonight. No JT, feel like the Colts might be slinging that rock. I mean, I hope so. We're taking Matt Ryan's passing at a fairly low total. So I mean, need to at running back, Chubb, JWJ, Dobbins, Dillon, Pierce. I feel like it's got to be Chubb and Pierce, bro. But you have great options. 2 for flex. You need 2 for flex. I mean, if Zay Jones is healthy, then it's Matt Collins and Zay Jones. I mean, if not, then Zach Moss and Matt Collins. I mean, out of those options, if that's what you're really, really looking at, I'm assuming that both those questions are for 2 different leagues. Just assuming those are both for 2 different leagues. One's your 12 man, one's your 22 man. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I feel like in both those leagues you got pretty good rosters. I mean, for this one, it's a good problem to have. There's a lot of good running backs right there. All those guys producing pretty well right now. Yeah, 2 different. First was 12 and second was I figured. Ayuk or Renfro this week. Ayukin. I feel like we got to roll with Ayuk. I feel like we got to roll with Ayuk, and that's a safe bet. That's a safe pick. You know, lesser of 2 evils between those 2 options. Bro, I be loving the NFL theme songs. That shit's music to my ears, straight up peace. I mean, obviously it's music to my ears because I fucking hear it with my 2 ears and it's music. But it's just straight up like, yo, like we're about to have a good night. We're about to set it the fuck off. It's about to be a good one. I love Thursday nights. Thursday night football here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. We're about 15-ish minutes away from kickoff. I'll probably start the next stream up here in about the next 10 minutes. So make sure you guys, take this time, get your bets in, make sure all your lineups are set. Any last minute stuff you got to do, dishes, get your dinner made, all that good stuff. Go ahead, knock that out right now. Okay. We'll be back here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Next stream's about to load up here in about the next 10 minutes. So make sure you guys go on and head over there. If I was to trade Kamara, give me some options, Robbie. Any option better than that? Any option better than that? No, for real. What the best answer that I can give you versus saying like go after this player is throw out offers and whatever the best available, the highest value that you can get, that's what you should do. It's like if you're able to swing, somebody in like a Josh Jacobs or some of the guys that were mentioned earlier in Kane's comment, a Dobbins, a Dylan, a Pierce. I would do any of those except for Alvin Kamara. I think that Alvin Kamara has officially fallen off the cliff. All right, y'all. Set your lineups, set your bets. We're going to be back here in about 10 minutos. All right. 10 minutos. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share the content. I'll keep answering your fantasy football questions in the next stream. So if you got them, type them up, throw them out there in the next live chat. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Run Boys and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly, y'all.
Thursday night football with the Rumboyz starts now.